tribulations that Brian Moran not just gets to get to the big leagues, he can get his opportunity, but also share it with someone who he probably played wiffle ball 1,000 times in the backyard.
Absolutely.
Ball strike 3. How do you like that? First big league strikeout.
That has to be one of the coolest MLB debuts that I've ever seen in my entire life. Could you imagine being called up to the big leagues and the first hitter that you ever face is your brother? That is just insane. So if my little brother's watching right now, Chasen, if you're watching this, I'm going to come after you, okay? I'm going to go back to play college baseball. I'm going to get drafted. We're going to meet one day. I'm going to be on the Indians. You're going to be on the Rockies. And I'm going to strike you out, bro. Easy, because I can throw 87. Just kidding. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap. We are going to hit 130,000 subscribers today. So the first thing I have to say is thank you all so much for the support. I know that most of you are going back to work or going back to school, so you might not have the time to watch these videos. But if you can, turn on those post notifications. Subscribe if you have not, because we have a lot to talk about today and going forward because the season is coming to a close. And without further ado, let's start talking baseball. Also, guys, I will have a second video coming out today. Yes, there will be a double upload. We will be calling out Major League Baseball, so you guys do not want to miss it, because I have proven that the baseballs that they use, they are officially juiced. So that's going to come out about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So do not miss it. It's going to be a banger. We've heard a lot about Aristides Aquino and the fact that this dude can rake inside the batter's box. He had 14 home runs or 13 home runs in his first 100 plate appearances. But on top of that, a lot of people did not know that he could also field. So we're going to go ahead and show his web gem. We're also going to show Eugenio Suarez with his 41st home run of the year. And then last but not least, we had a walk-off from the same Reds-Phillies game. So the Reds, they're playing really well. The Phillies, they're on the exact opposite side. They're not playing well. And at this point, they might not make the playoffs.
That ball is hit back into right center field and hit well, and the right fielder at the wall, and that ball is out of here. Just cleared the wall and right.
Okay, so the Mariners versus the Astros faced off yesterday, and anytime that I see Michael Brantley hitting a home run, it just really pains me, because as an Indians fan, he was one of my favorite players. I never even really heard him speak. He just spoke with his bat, and yesterday was kind of the first time where I saw him show some emotion, because he hit a walk-off home run, so I kind of spoiled it right there, but he almost kind of pimped it. He threw his bat. I've never seen him do that before. But the Mariners, they put up an amazing fight. It came all the way down to the final innings, so if you missed it, you do not want to go anywhere. The Mariners versus the Astros. This might be a candidate for Game of the Year. Roll it.
Seager first inning. Hammered. And he drills this one. Josh Reddick. Tucker. Reddick. This is 8. Brantley drives one deep to right field. Walk it off. 11-9.
The Chicago Cubs, after yesterday's win, are now 7-3 in their last 10 games. I used to have Kyle Schwarber on my fantasy team, and then I dropped him. And of course, the trend of the year has been if I drop someone, they end up breaking, which is going to happen again. Second time in this video, but Kyle Schwarber quietly has 34 home runs. He had a grand slam yesterday. Him with Nicholas Castellanos, also David Bodie factored in with the home run, and I think someone else had a home run, Wilson Contreras. These guys are powering the Cubs right now, and if their pitching can go back to what it was last year, the Cubs are going to have a really good chance of making the playoffs. So I think they're going to in the wild card, but yeah.
Perez.
That ball's hit pretty well to right.
Leads off the Cubs' fourth batter.
Bounced. Fair.
On the pitch. Swing and a drive in the left center deep.
High drive. Deep right. A grand slam for Schwarber.
Coming up next, we have a potential playoff preview. We have the Washington Nationals going up against the Atlanta Braves. So both of these teams have a 98% chance of making the playoffs. The Atlanta Braves actually have a 99.9% chance of making the playoffs. So they're obviously going. Now I'm wondering if it's going to be the Dodgers versus the Braves or the Nationals versus the Braves. It's going to be a pretty crazy. But if you did not catch yesterday's game, Ronald Acuna Jr. smacked his 37th home run. This guy is over 60 career dingers at just 21 years old. It's kind of hard to fathom how good Ronald Acuna has been at such a young age. Same with Juan Soto. I'm not sure if Juan Soto was able to pick up the pace in this game, but we all know by the stat line that Ronald Acuna Jr., he comes in clutch in big games. So here we go. ALDS, possibly ALCS preview. Run it back.
Another jam job. That's going to drop into left field. That's going to score.
Rendon.
Ground ball. Diving stop to his left by Donaldson. To first.
Acuna.
High fly ball opposite field, and Acuna has homered into the chop house seats. That's his first homer since August 21st.
So we just saw Ronald Acuna Jr. flex his muscles. I also went to the gym yesterday for the first time in like 2 months, and I am absolutely sore. And someone who might be sore is Eddie Rosario of the Minnesota Twins, because he threw an absolute C from left field. He probably threw this baseball 100 miles an hour to nab. Who did he nab? I'm actually not too sure, so I want to go ahead and just show you guys the clips. We have the Red Sox versus the Twins. It was a really fun game to watch, and it came down to the final play. Let's see who won.
Lefty to pitch and swinging a drive to right field, slicing toward the corner.
Scope. Line drive and a base hit. La Tortuga to left and deep. Off the wall. A high bounce. They're sending the runner in. Here's Rosario. Throw to the plate. Wow. And they got him. Wow.
For whatever reason, Eddie Rosario does not get a lot of love as an outfielder who has an absolute cannon, because when people think outfielders with good arms, you have Joey Gallo, Mike Trout, you have Ramon Laureano, Yoenis Cespedes. There's a bunch of other guys with cannons, Aaron Judge, but I think Eddie Rosario, he's in that same class of players that can throw really hard and really accurate, so I would not run on Eddie Rosario anytime soon. A few games ago, I talked about how Kyle Schwarber has quietly hit 34 home runs, and he really started to pick up the pace as soon as I dropped him from my fantasy team. Well, Ronaldo Lopez was on my team. I dropped him after he gave up like 9 earned runs. So I said, I'm cutting bait with this guy. He's probably not going to be great for the rest of the season. Well, of course, not only do I drop him and he's no longer on my team, but he's facing my favorite club, the Cleveland Indians, and he has a 1-hit, I'm pretty sure it was a 1-hit complete game shutout, or I don't know, he might have given up 1 run. It was just, there was no chance we were faced. Yeah, there was no chance. Yeah, now we're 6.5 games back of the Twins. Oh boy.
That's drilled to left field. Then the high fastball, and strike 3. Lopez gets rid of Bauer. Complete game. He struck him out. Another slider. Sorcery today from Lopez for his first career.
So now that you guys just saw the Cleveland Indians absolutely dominated by Ronaldo Lopez, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think is wrong with my team, the Cleveland Indians? They are now 5-5 in their last 10 games. I really think it just all comes down to the fact that the injury bug has been insane. It's been Corey Kluber, Carlos Carrasco, Tyler Naquin, Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor started off the year on the IR, so there's just been so many injuries. I don't think it's enough this year. I really don't. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not trying to say I don't believe in my club, but the Twins are just really good, and same with the Rays and Oakland Athletics. Speaking of the Tampa Bay Rays, they faced off against Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero of the Toronto Blue Jays. So Bo Bichette, he exploded yesterday for 2 home runs. This guy is going to be legit for the next 10 years. I can feel that in my heart. Same with his buddy Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He didn't have the biggest game, but he was able to evade a slide. I thought it was really fun. We're going to go ahead and show that. But Austin Meadows, this guy, I cannot believe that he was traded. So 2 players that were traded for Chris Archer last year. It was Chris Archer to the Pirates in exchange for Tyler Glasnow, who would have been an All-Star, and Austin Meadows, who's an All-Star. So they traded 2 All-Stars for a guy with like a 5 ERA. I think the Rays won that trade. Roll it.
Play spoiler.
That's on for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Lines one in the air to left field, reaching out. The center fielder backing up the play as Guerrero digs for third, and he slides around the tag attempt.
The 2-0 pitch, swung on and crushed.
On to face Meadows.
There's a swing and a fly ball to left field, fairly deep. Backing it is Fisher to the wall.
Pitch, he swings it that one and lifts the ball high, and that ball is deep out into center field.
And run.
And he walked to the lead. Grossman center. Trout going back. Trout still going back.
And Joyce hits a fly ball center field, playable. Trout went back, now coming on, fighting the sun, and it's dropped.
So I know I've talked a lot about the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers being one of the worst teams, if not the worst teams in baseball. But yesterday, the Tigers, they faced off against the Royals yesterday, and the Royals, they are not a very good baseball team. So they were kind of on level playing fields when it comes to actually trying to win the game. And the Tigers were able to smash 3 home runs. So usually I save these games towards the end, but I wanted to give you Tigers fans something to cheer about. So here we go.
Dixon sprays it the other way. That's deep. Back goes Dozier. It's
in the American League. Fly ball to left field off the bat of Dowell Lugo. This one's way back. Back to back. Mercer. 2-2. Fly ball left field. This one's deep. Got a chance and off the top of the wall and gone.
I am feeling more and more confident about my preseason pick that the World Series favorites were going to be the Yankees in the American League and the St. Louis Cardinals in the National League, because yes, the Braves are good. Yes, the Dodgers are over 40 games over 500, but the fact that the Cardinals pitching staff is coming together at the perfect time. Paul Goldschmidt has kind of had a very average year. Paul DeJong is up to 27 home runs now. I truly think that the Cardinals, with their bullpen, with I think his name is Gallegos, they have Carlos Martinez, their pitching staff has been great. They have a really complete team, and I think they actually stack up pretty well to the Braves and the Dodgers. So they got the W yesterday, and I want you guys to let me know, what do you make of the Cardinals? Are they a good team? Are they just playing really well right now, but they're going to have a really bad October? I don't know.
Swinging a long one into center field. Get up, baby. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, yeah.
In this game. And at an 8th. First major league runs batted in for Dakota Hudson. And
pitch. A swing, and there she goes. My goodness, left center field, and long gone.
Correction, that was Paul DeJong's 28th home run, so this guy is easily one of the best hitting shortstops in all of baseball. Now, one team I want to talk about is the Texas Rangers, because they have a pretty good, solid offense. Nick Solak, he's a rookie. I believe he either plays, I don't even know what position he plays, but he's actually been raking ever since he's been called up. So if he can do this going forward in 2020, if the Rangers can add some arms to the rotation aside from Lance Lynn, Mike Minor's been really good as well. But aside from that, I mean, Colby Allard has been decent. I don't know. What do you make of the Rangers?
And Solak hits this one in the air right field. Mancini was shallow. He looks up. That one is gone. A home run. Solak's second big league homer, and it puts the Rangers in front 2-1.
Well, that was a big one in a couple of different ways. A no-doubter and one that...
The final game that I want to recap from yesterday, you guys saw the intro clip. It's the Marlins versus the Pirates. We had brother versus brother. I'm not going to tell you guys who won, but it was a pretty fun game to watch. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, Marlins versus Pirates. Here we go.
I'll face him. I'm gonna try to take him deep. But, we've been joking about this for years.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
The 3-2. Called strike 3. Driven deep here. Now Josh Bell drives one deep to left.
Payoff pitch coming. Right to Birdie. Over to first.
Alright guys, well that is going to do it for today's Major League Baseball recap. I hope that you guys did enjoy, and again, if we can hit 130,000 subscribers today, I'm just so thankful for you guys. You've changed my life completely. I know that baseball is kind of coming down to a close, and also you guys are going back to school and getting busy again, but you guys rock. Thank you for changing my life. I'm going to go listen to Post Malone's new album because it is fire. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.